What is going on, everyone? My name's Boit, and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology. The Titans action spawning at the bottom of the map in the blue color, playing as Oranos. His name is Skady. His opponent today in the red color, playing as Oranos as well. His name is Ulysses. As we see ourselves moving in to game number 3. Between these two crazy strong players for the quarterfinals of the Champions League season number 3. It's been an incredible season thus far. And honestly, if you were to ask me who would be playing each other in the quarterfinals of this tournament, the 4 players who are playing each other in the first round of this tournament are the players I would have said most likely would be in the finals or in the semifinals. And they're playing each other in the first round. And that just goes to show how important those group stages were in making sure you win all your games. But it is what it is. And I mean, we're going to see a crazy finals here as well at the end of this, I'd have to assume. Anyways, got ourselves an Oranos mirror as for some reason his Skady has decided to step away from that Hades. This map has been a fairly good map for Hades in this tournament thus far, I'm fairly sure. So I'm surprised to see him not sticking with the Hades here. But we'll see how his Oranos is going to go. Oranos mirrors are very, very intricate, especially at this higher level. The micro is really important, and you've got to be very, very hyper aware of kind of what sort of a build you want to go for, what sort of a strategy you want to go for. It's not a simple strategy by any stretch here in this matchup. So we'll see how it's all going to end up shaping up, but most likely there's 2 options that I'm quite happy to see here in this matchup. The first option is if you've got an incredibly good town center, and I mean incredibly good, and you've got a good gold mine. So right now, Skady does not have this. Ulysses. You might argue Ulysses has this with a nice temple placement here, watchtowers being able to get grabbed. He might have this here. But I don't think he's got the town center to make it happen. But if you've got an amazing town center in the Oranos War, you can go for a second town center, but it is hard countered by an Oranos player who goes mass infantry. Doesn't build any Terma. So there's a little bit of food for thought where that's concerned. Next, the next strategy that you can try is you stay 1 town center and you rush Mythic Age. Full population rush Mythic Age. Now, this strategy tends to be a little bit more all in, and it depends on where the gold mines are as to whether or not it works out. Point is that you're going to be going for a gold starve with a Tartarian gate push if your opponent goes for a fast second town center somewhere along the lines, or a second town center somewhere along the lines. That's what you're aiming to be doing with it. You're aiming to be getting a gold starve and winning with all that pressure that comes with it. But the meta in this matchup seems to be stay 1 town center, 115 population, go heroic age, drop a second town center. That seems to be the meta at this point here in this game. And we'll see how it all goes as Skady checking out on the back here. Sees a bunch of zebra that have been left alone here. As the citizen now starting to move forward. Going to be looking after those elephant on this position as well. We do have a monkey head relic here. This one's a big help in the early game here for the Oranos players. Even though it's not it's not as good as like, what do you call it? It's not as good as brain not working. It's not as good as Golden Lions, but it's still worth picking up. As we do indeed see the Valor coming down by Ulysses, and Skady is just like, what are you doing? Why would you Valor your oracles here? The reason why you value your oracles is it's just extra military to have. As we see the elephant here going to get finished off. Skady going to be getting himself his Murmillo and his Terma out straight away here. And he's going to be valoring those instead. As a Promethean coming through here, bashing down the Oracles. The other thing that Ulysses gets by Valoring the Oracles straight away is he gets an early hero citizen. Now, it's not a huge boost to the economy, but it is a boost to the economy, and every little bit works. As a Promethean offspring getting deleted there, looking for everything. We do see some goats trying to get snuck back home here, as Ulysses will be spotting those and sending them back home, it seems. I think for the 3 months, Selenic, appreciate you. Thank you so much for the continued support. As now we see the Valet coming through here for Skady. Did he actually end up getting that relic? No, someone did, and it was Ulysses. Ulysses gets the monkey head. It will help him out quite significantly here in this game. So we'll have to wait and see how it all goes. So Promethean just chilling over here. You can actually kill off these zebra if you really want. Wouldn't be a bad idea. As Ulysses and Skady going to be taking it nice and slow to start things off, just defending their villages as best as they can, and not really forcing any fights here. Generally speaking, when you're playing in the mirror, your best bet is to move around the map and just look for as much raids as you possibly can without taking any damage. So what Ulysses has done here is he sneaks through, he sees the units, he's going to pull back, he can move around a different location, and you just keep on sending really small raids around, hitting villages and causing problems. You're not looking to really kill anything, you're just looking for the minute advantages, and if you do kill something, all the better. As Ulysses here, he seems to have found himself somewhat of an advantage here in terms of something. Did he get himself the upgrades? Yeah, he did. He got himself hand axe and pickaxe. That's giving Ulysses a considerable advantage here. He's got, what, 2-3 villages on wood and gold. It means he's basically got an extra citizen gathering here in this game. Is that right? 0.6 of an extra citizen gathering in this game currently. So they're both gathering much faster. And Skady, on the other hand, he's just deciding, I don't want those upgrades. But he does have a citizen lead for some reason. Though he's currently not training citizen, as Ulysses is catching up on that citizen lead. So an interesting development here. As the differences in this game are very minute, but they will start mattering as the unit's now pushing into the middle of the map. Skady's got 95 population. Ulysses got 92 population. As the army decides to take this fight, Ulysses is going to be happily pushing forward. He's got the Promethean advantage here as the shockwave comes through here. Will Skady shockwave this back, or is he just going to take the damage and retreat away? It looks like he's just going to take the damage and retreat away. He loses quite a few units here, though, as Ulysses is going to have an advantage moving forward in this game. Both players have started their Chiroballister at about the 8-minute mark here. As Skady takes a look on the front here, he's got a bit of a catching up to do now to get himself up to 115 population. And Ulysses at this point probably should just take the advantage to drop his town center. I guess at this point makes some sense because he's picked off a couple of units. He could arguably invest those resources into a town center. We do see an engagement shockwave here from Skady as he pushes in, takes out one of those Chiroballister there, basically takes out one of those Chirobalisters. He's microing those Murmillo off of that, not to overkill it. As the unit's pushing through here, Promethean offspring getting taken down as well. As Skady has got the advantage here for the time being as the Valor gets dropped down. Skady probably needs to retreat back here for the time being. A lot of his units not in this fight at the moment, as a couple are just sitting in the back here, not doing all too much. The Chiroballister advantage here is relatively significant as a Promethean getting taken down there, the Promethean offspring getting left to their own devices. It looks like Ulysses is managing to win this fight considerably here in the center of the map as a hero citizen moving forward here to take out the Chiroballister, and Skady will have to retreat back. He's dropped down to 80 population at this point as somehow Ulysses completely cleans that fight up. Well played by Ulysses. I have no idea how that worked or why Ulysses won that fight, but I mean, I guess Skady was fighting with not as many units at the start of the fight as Ulysses was. So he's having to pull back all the way into his main base. And at this point here, Ulysses has got to make a decision. Does he fight underneath the town center fire, as we do see the Valor getting dropped down here? Or Or does he pull back and go for something else here? And it looks like he is going to choose to pull back and go for something else. The citizen in the army as well, helping out a little bit here as the hero citizen making a dart for the mana over here. This citizen also making a dart for the mana. Both of those citizens managing to survive for the time being as Skady pulls some of his own citizen off of wood or gold or something to push through here. These two citizens are very, very low HP. Got to be super careful with those. Ulysses hasn't paid attention to the fact that they're that low HP. As the citizens having a lot of fun here, it seems, getting involved in this fight. Citizens do get a huge bonus against Siege here, and Cairo Ballista are considered Siege, as the hero citizens just moving around onto the back here, trying to target down those Cairo Ballista after all is said and done. Hero citizens now pushing forward here, as it looks like Ulysses not happy to take that fight. Skady now winning the fight at this point, as it goes one way, it goes the other way, swings and roundabouts, so to speak here, as Ulysses has to pull back. Citizen differential is now 15 apiece at the end of that fight, as this hero citizen is getting chased down. Skady really wants to take that one out, and will he be able to continue winning these fights or not is the big question, as that citizen will be able to survive at 42 HP, moving back over onto these giraffe here, as all the Murmillo seemingly falling in this fight here. Skady's got a lot of food in the bank, a lot of wood in the bank. He's onto his second gold mine. Same too is Ulysses onto his own second gold mine, as players are going to have to start being a little bit careful about that one there. As Skady retreats back his citizen here. Maybe he can jump onto the wood, bring some villagers back in off of the wood in his main base, over onto the herdables here. See what his decision is going to be as he's bringing them back. The units are going to be taking a look here, and a low HP citizen goes down there from this Cairo Ballista, sniping that one from afar. Skady, he was equal citizen here, and he is still equal citizen, so I'm not sure exactly what's happening, as now the citizen for Ulysses moving forward to eat the elephant here in the middle of the map. It's a Cairo Ballista war here moving forward at this point here as well, and we'll see how it's all going to go, as both the elephants getting killed here in the center of the map for Ulysses to continue eating, as the citizen over here getting targeted down. Another low HP citizen for Skady. Very, very difficult game here now for Skady. He's going to be sending those hero citizen in yet again to target down the Cairo Ballista. There's citizen in here as well for Ulysses to help out, as the Murmillo here pushing through. We do see the shockwave there onto those units, as the hero citizen pushing in to try and get onto the back Cairo Ballista of Skady. Can Skady stop that? There's a low HP citizen there that can go down really, really fast as well. Promethean on the back here, taking down those Cairo Ballista there nicely at the back here. Both players, 16 citizen, 14 citizen for Ulysses, 16 for Skady, as another citizen falling there. So many dead villagers in this game, as it looks like Skady is able to hold here, and he might be able to grab these elephant for himself moving forward, as the Terma Cairo Ballista army that Skady has created seemingly able to start beating the Cairo Ballista Murmillo army remaining here for Ulysses, as Skady says, you're not going nowhere. You're not allowed to retreat just yet. The Murmillo trying to chase down those citizen here, as the Terma chasing them down as well. He will be able to pick those off as well. Skady, 11 citizen, and Ulysses, if he loses this hero citizen, will also be at 13 citizen as well. Did I say 11? 13 apiece here if that citizen goes down, but it looks like 13 HP might be enough to retreat back to the main base. There is a tower here. There is a mana here as well, and Skady gets close enough. He shoots the arrows. The Terma miss, and the citizen stays alive for another day here. But Skady, he's got his eyes set on the gold mine over here. The Cairo Ballista in a really nice position here, though, able to hold on fairly nicely, given the choke point that's here, as we see a hero Terma coming in to try and deal with that Promethean here, but he's not going to be able to make that work, and Skady might be overcommitting a little bit on this fight. He does still have the population advantage, but for how long, as the Cairo Ballista are able to clean up those medium Murmillo very, very fast here, but he doesn't now have, no player at this point now has got the answer to deal with their opponent's Cairo Ballista here, as this game is so messy thus far. Skady might be looking to get himself a second town center with the economy that he currently has here. We'll see if that's the case, as he pulls back ever so slightly with his army. This game is absolutely wild. I definitely have not seen an Oranos war like this. This is the first I've seen of this, utilizing those hero citizen to make the fights happen. As Ulysses here, I'm not sure, he's got his spidey senses tingling as he moves up to the top side of the map. The Murmillo are checking this out. There's so many citizen on that gold mine over here, as the units here going to swing around to try and deal with this, but I mean, what do you do? Sitting here trying to take out Murmillo on the front. As Skady just going to be distracting around. We see the Ulysses citizen moving in to try and grab the gazelle over on this position, the zebra on this position. Looks like Skady for this point in this game has just decided, you know what, instead of going for hunt here, I'm going to build farms, which is an option, but it is he needs to make sure that he prevents his opponent from getting in onto this position, as we're now seeing the citizen going after the Kyra Ballista yet again. As Skady, he will have to be retreating here, otherwise he's going to be losing. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe he's got plenty of Kyra Ballista here to take out the citizen, as he's targeting them down pretty fast here. As 2 citizens go down, 2 Kyra Ballista, 3 Kyra Ballista go down, and another one might fall here, as another citizen of Ulysses will be getting taken out. But Ulysses now has managed to find himself an equal position in terms of population. But another citizen going down to the hyenas over there, as Skady pulling back into a more safe place here, as he doesn't want to continue fighting just yet, but he does have a huge income advantage now at this point in the game, sitting at 14 citizen to 11 citizen moving forward. But he isn't on the hunt, so he has had to get himself some farms. He hasn't got himself plow here either at this point, so his food income, even with the extra 3 citizen, not that good here. We'll see how it all goes. It's now the Kyra Ballista getting pulled back here as well. More units moving through onto this position for Skady to help out, as the medium Murmillo are going to be taking a look at those citizen on this location as well. He's like, can I take those out? No, he cannot. The unit's still pushing forward here. It looks like Skady has got himself a full population, so he should be looking to take these fights at this point, or getting himself further ahead in this game. So those Terma here can start taking down the Kyra Ballista relatively fast. We see Promethean coming through for Skady as well. There's a handful of Promethean offspring in for Ulysses, though, at this point, as the Murmillo coming in onto the back. You're going to be trying to take down those Kyra Ballista as well. Both players losing a lot of population here, a lot of losses, as the Murmillo pushing in here to try and take down the Terma of Skady. As Skady here, he's going to lose a couple more Kyra Ballista, but so too does Ulysses, as Skady sitting at the 88 population at this point. Ulysses falling behind here, it seems, as he's pulling back up to this location up here. He's got nothing left. He should not, I mean, Skady should continue fighting here, though it looks like there's a Murmillo advantage here for the time being for Ulysses. There's another shockwave coming through there for Skady to help him take out those Kyra Ballista, giving him more pressure to move forward. This gold mine just about expired here, and that means that Ulysses is going to have to move up to this gold mine. And if Skady can continue putting pressure onto this position here, it looks like Ulysses is going to have a tough time finding a gold mine. There is one over here. And we'll see if Skady's spidey senses will tingle once he finishes his own gold mine on the back here. But this is very, very dangerous now for Ulysses, as he's still trying to fight his way back into this game, but just going for a head-on approach against Skady at this point. He's got more income than Ulysses for sure here. It looks like both players are just sitting at 0% on the citizen at this moment here. It's such an Oranos thing to do. It's such an Atlantean thing to do. You just cut citizen completely and just say, no worries, let's just go full send until things settle down. As the citizen coming back in, going to be trying to take out these Kyra Ballista yet again. We'll see if Skady is going to be able to keep his Kyra Ballista alive. You can speed walk them away, and if you know how to do that, it can be a big, big help. As we see the citizen, they're now 3 idle citizen at this point, which is pushing Skady's income even further in front here, as Ulysses drops down to 52 population, and Skady, he's got an overwhelming advantage here as the citizen pulling back up to this position here. He's got 700 gold left in the gold mine here. He doesn't have any farms. He does have some herdables left in his main base, as the citizen Skady says, no, you're not getting away from me this time. I'm going to take you out, as he's as there was another low HP hero citizen somewhere as well, right? No, it must have been taken out at some point here, as it looks like the citizen do manage to get back home here to safety, but so many dead units coming through as the citizen push forward. They just take so much damage now. There's just too much here, and Ulysses in the 19th minute of this game has to tap out, as Skady manages to win the weirdest Oranos war I've ever seen. I don't know if this is standard. I don't get to watch a whole bunch of Oranos wars, but from what we've seen thus far in this tournament, this is not what this looks like at all. An absolute hilarious game here. Citizen just coming through, just saying, let me come in. I got all these heroes. Citizen to start shanking Kyra Ballister. Ulysses winning that first fight. I think that the right way to play it, if you win the first fight, is you got to think about investing in an armory upgrade, in an economic upgrade, in a town center, in something that gets you an advantage, because you don't have to build those units for that time. You're obviously going to have to build them again later, but you want to get that advantage somehow. But Ulysses couldn't quite figure out how to do that, and he loses the second fight because he's got so much DPS, so many units are taking so much damage. So even though he's at 115 population, Skady is at 115 population of full HP units. So he's able to make that comeback nicely from that first fight. And then after that, just chaos. I don't know what to explain about that one, but well played by Skady. Takes the lead in this series 2-1 as we move on to game number 4. If you guys are enjoying this series, enjoying this tournament, enjoying all of the good things Age of Mythology, do consider hitting the follow on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTube, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next game.